Okay, so I decided to make a video about some of the funny experiences that happened to me at work. As you know, I work and I give out free samples of food, so that's super fun always. I get to talk to people, and shocker, I love talking to people. Oh my gosh, it's the best. And as a rule, we cannot give out food to little kids. So if you look under 12, I can't give you a sample unless I have your parents' permission. I mean, if your parent looks at me, smiles and waves and says, yeah, you can have some, sure, go ahead. But, you know, a little kid could be allergic to something. Their parents say you can't have that, you're going to spoil your dinner. So we have to ask for parents. And this was awful. I can't believe I did this. So on last Thursday, I was giving out free samples of chips and hummus. And this adorable little girl comes over. She's got these blonde pigtails, super sweet, and she says, "Can I have a sample, please?" I'm just like, oh, she's so cute. And I'm like, I need your mommy's permission, okay? And she looks at me straight in the eyes and says, "My mommy's in heaven." What have I done? It was one of those moments where you just go, and she's like, "It's okay, I'll go get my daddy," and she skips away, and I felt like the worst person in the entire wide world. So I made sure for the rest of the day that I made sure to say parents instead of just mommies. Alright, so with that one sad thing, there's lots of funny things that happen. One time I was giving out samples, and I told an old man to have a nice day. That's what I always say. Have a great day, have a wonderful day, have a fabulous day. So I told this old guy, "Have a great day." And he looks at me and says, "Don't tell me what to do." Sorry? Okay, so I was giving out angel food cake and pound cake with strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries once, and whipped cream. It was delicious, and it looked beautiful, and I was having so much fun with it. And there's this guy comes over. He's got his, saggy pants, and he's got this saggy shirt, and I'm just like, okay, cool, nice outfit. Congratulations on losing all that weight. And so I have all of them made a certain way, and he says, "I want none of that red stuff." And I'm like, okay, red stuff, strawberries or raspberries? He says, "Strawberries. That's gangsta food." I look at him, and then I realize he's serious, and I stop laughing. Alright, last one, top of my list right now. So yesterday I was giving out fruits. I had strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and 2 types of cherries. And I put them on skewers, and it was super cute. It was like a toothpick skewer of fruits. And I still had to cut up some strawberries, but I was about to take my lunch, and I'm like, okay, I'll just cut up my strawberries after my lunch, and I'll be good to go. So after my lunch, I go get the strawberries, I wash them off, and I get back to my cart, and I start to cut them up. And I have 7 left to cut up. It's going to take me less than 30 seconds to finish cutting up these 7, then I can get all my fruits back out and, start serving them again. And this little kid, she was 2, 3, 4, really small. She can barely reach to put her hand on top of my cart. And she puts her hand up there and tries to, get a sample, but I didn't have any samples. I'm like, "I'm sorry, hon, it'll be about, 2 more minutes until I'm completely ready." And she comes to the side of my cart and screams at me. I mean, screaming, and her entire family is watching her scream at me. I get a crowd of people watching my reaction to her screaming at me. I'm like, and I froze just for a second thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do? She's screaming at me, and there's this teenage guy in the background laughing his head off, and if I was in a situation, I would have, done the same thing. But I'm freaking out. I was like, okay, I cut up a strawberry, put it in a cup, and hand it to her, and she gives me this look that says, and then she walked away, and her mom didn't even say anything. Her mom just stood and stared at me. It was the scariest moment of my life. But in all seriousness, I love my job. I love talking to people. It brightens my day when I go to work. And I just love how silly some people are. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day.